Hi there. 26 rough texture. Junk Journal July 2026. Junk Journal July UK. I don't know if you can see that on. It's in white. But anyhow, we're going to do rough texture. We're so close to the end. Today, I'm going to use my last unique teacup. This one is from 1921, might be 1920. And it came over from Europe with my grandmother. She got this set as a young woman from her parents as she was married. And what survived the ocean trip was some cups and saucers and a few dessert plates. The rest were smashed in the ship hold. So, my favorite tea, my last unique teacup. I mean, I have other teacups that go with sets, which I'll be using for the rest of the days. This is white peach oolong tea. It's one of my favorites. And I just want to say cheers. Still a little bit hot. Rough texture. Not something we normally look for as junk journalers, but I think I came up with something. We're going to make clusters today of rough texture. We've got sandpaper. We have some burlap. That's very rough. And this is called book cloth. I used it in between the two layers of gingham on my journal for Junk Journal July. Don't know if I can show. Oh, there it is. See, it's between there, and it is very rough. So, clusters with rough things. Not something I think we do very often. So, good job, Lindsay, with the prompt. And so for the third thing that I'm going to use, in addition to burlap and sanding paper and the book cloth, is some modeling paste. And these were from my in-person crafting group. There was a lady who was gifting her multimedia things away. And so I got some of this modeling paste. And I don't know how old it is, but it's still viable. I'm going to put it willy-nilly on the page and try to be very specific about how rough it's going to be. Because modeling paste is three-dimensional. Yes, three-dimensional. And it does make a mess, but that's okay. I have cleaned my craft table with, those specialty sponges that are known for their ability to clean. It's a magic eraser, I think it's called. So I can make it dirty again. And my concept for these clusters is to have some of each of the options, which include the modeling paste, the sandpaper, the book cloth, or the burlap. Sorry, trying to do this and talk at the same time. Apparently, it's not even something I can do very well. And each will have a little bit of the textures. I'm going to use the stapler to staple them together. and I'll finish the cluster. So it's kind of like making a mass make. I saw Kathi at Raven Vintage. She was talking about a reset, craft reset, and making clusters from items in a scrap box. And I thought, okay, I can do that. And I will do it in August. But right now I need something for this. So let me carry on, and I will come back when this is dry and we will start making our clusters. We'll start with these 2 dried texture pages. I'll use the sandpaper as a base, and I'm just going to tear this sandpaper into cluster sizes. And the idea is that I'll add something, a focal point for the top. I use them in my journals, but these are meant as the base of a cluster and adding other things to it. So I'll use these in other projects coming up. And it'll be interesting having something that is rough texture. Great creativity, Lindsay. Lindsay, the Vintage Button, is the person that has put together the prompt list, and she is co-hosting with Sandra at Be Happy Stationery. Sandra makes all kinds of interesting, wow, look how it separates from the bottom. That's interesting. Makes all kinds of digitals, and they're available. I will have links in the description of this video. How you find this description is by looking under the title on YouTube of the video, and it says more with 3 dots, and that will lead you to this description. And most people who make videos, they put a lot of information into the description, so it'll help with supplies and any questions, yeah, links to other things. All right, and let's move the tea. And let's cut up some of this burlap. Isn't this a beautiful color? I love the color. And I found my scissors that I use for fabric. Oh, I'm so happy I found them. I had misplaced them, and in fact, because they were gone for so long, I believed that they had been thrown away inadvertently. But they were just packaged up with my sewing machine. So I found them. I'm thrilled. I have certain scissors just for fabric and other scissors just for paper and odd things. I do like to tear though, so that's fun. And the last item we're going to use the paper that has modeling paste on it because it's rough. We're going to use this because it's rough. And this is called book cloth. And it's stiff and very textural. It's rough. I don't know what else to say. It's meant to be put on the spine of a journal. And so it'll be our third element. I think I'll use this or the, what's it called? The burlap. I don't know why. I have like a mental block. I said, this is kind of rough too, texturally, now that I'm feeling it. Interesting how our brains can be led certain ways. Book page with some modeling paste as the rough texture. Do you make clusters often? I think it's very useful to make clusters at the end of a project or the beginning, I suppose. I don't make clusters very often. When we were doing snippet scrap or snippet, summer snippet, I realized I don't really know. I don't do it very often. All right, this is a little damp still, but we'll use it anyhow. So we have 3. I'll just put this down so you can see a better version. And I'm going to use my stapler. Let's start with a piece of a sandpaper. I don't even know what grit this is. And some of the book page with modeling paste. And some of the, what's this called? Burlap. Wow. My brain does not want to do that. So we have the base of a cluster that is rough. And here is some book cloth. And there'll be other things going on here. Not necessarily rough things, but the base is rough. And that fulfills our prompt needs for today. Here we are. I like this torn edge out. And one of these. Over here. There. I found a new use for the staples. Ooh, changing it up here. Putting the burlap in between, and let us put a piece of the book cloth on top. 4 layers. Wow. Yes, I'm making fun of myself. Let's put this somewhere else. If you were going to make the prompt rough, what would you add? I had all kinds of ideas initially, and then I thought, no, not that. Would I really call that rough? No, I wouldn't. So, yeah, this is where I ended up. Oh, I've lost staples. Okay, well, I guess we're done here. Here we are. We have more ingredients to put together. And I will keep going because they're already torn out. But in the meantime, I have to go find more staples. I don't think I've ever run out of staples in that stapler. This is the first time. I want to wish you well. I want to wish you happy July. I hope you're well. And these are our clusters with rough texture for day 26. Good start, huh? I want to say cheers. Nice to be together. I welcome you. If you've enjoyed this, clink the like button. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a bit of string. I wonder if I should add them to the clusters. That would be interesting, maybe. What do you think? See. Bye for now.